Last but not least are a few odds and ends questions that students had with the review that was handed to you on Monday. And one last explanation on the review pretest that you were given Thursday. Number 14 has a negative number, -1 to the 0 power. We need to remind ourselves no matter what number is there, if the power is 0, the solution, the value is 1. Okay. Remember the exponential rules as well. Review those. Some other quick questions from thinking with mathematical models was reminding yourself how to solve equations, 1, 2 steps. Okay, so the first one that was on the review was a -2x minus 15 equals 13. So you're going to do the order of operations backwards. You're going to either add or subtract, then multiply or divide. So you look at what you have. You have subtraction. What's the opposite of subtraction? Addition. So you're going to add 15 to both sides. You're only going to add it to the 13 because they both do not have a letter and they are like terms. These values eliminate themselves. You have -2x equals 28. Then you look at what operation you have. When you have a number next to a letter, you have multiplication. The opposite is division. So we're going to divide both sides by a -2. They eliminate themselves. You have x equals a -14. Okay, let me do 2 more. The second equation was 5x plus 7 equals 3x minus 21. This is a couple steps. So first you look at addition and subtraction. What you have. We have a positive +7. We have a negative or -21. I'm going to go with addition of 7. I can now do the opposite, which is subtract 7 from both sides. Remember, you can only subtract the 7 from the 21 because they are like terms. They do not have an x. The 7's eliminated themselves. They have 5x equals 3x minus 28. Now, we have to look at adding or subtracting. Again, we still have 2 like terms that have not been combined, 5x and 3x. So I think it would be easier to get the x to the left because the 28's on the right. So I'm going to subtract 3x. We assume there's a positive. Opposite is the minus on both sides. So now I have 2x, the 3x's eliminate themselves, equals a -28. Last step, multiply or divide. I have a number next to a letter, meaning I multiply, or I have multiplication, therefore I'm going to divide on both sides by 2. X equals a -14. Okay? Last problem on that review that you were given on Monday is 5 times the quantity x plus 8 equals a -100. Do not forget the negative. First thing you're going to do is distribute. 5 times x, 5x. 5 times 8, there's a plus there, so we'll put a plus. 40 equals a -100. We're going to combine our like terms, 40 and 100. We look at 40. We have addition, so we're going to solve using subtraction. So subtract 40 from both sides. We're left with 5x on the left side. And because -100 and -40 have the same sign out in front, we're going to add them. That makes it a -140. Our last step is to multiply or divide. Again, we have a number next to a letter. That's multiplication. The opposite is division. Divide both sides by 5. X equals a negative, because one of those values is negative, is a -28. If you're not sure, stop, play, rewind.